Hey, what's going on, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'll be unboxing the new Huawei Ascend XT2. This is on the AT&T prepaid network, and I do believe this phone here was just released not very long ago. So let's go ahead and open up the flap here. To the left, you will see your plans over there. On the right, of course, is the device. And there are also some specs. It's got a 5.5 HD display with 2.5D curved glass, 16 gigabytes internal storage, up to 128 expandable storage, Android 7.0 Nougat, a 12 megapixel camera with LED flash, and an 8 megapixel front facing camera, and a metal back design. Let's go ahead here and rip open this box. We'll go ahead and pull this top plastic cover off, where we will remove the phone. And we'll set the phone to the side for a moment, and we'll pull this right here off, and we will see what comes in the box. So it does come here with an AT&T prepaid start here guide, a let's get started. Also comes with a SIM removal tool right there, and of course your general reference documents, stuff like that, and your safety information for your Huawei Ascend. This phone here also, of course, does come with your micro USB charging cable, as well as your Huawei wall adapter right there. So all that comes into the box. Let's go ahead and put everything back just to get it out of the way. We'll put this to the side. Okay, y'all, so here is the device. It's got a 5.5 inch display. Up top there is your receiver, your Huawei branding down there at the bottom. On the left is your combo SIM and SD card slot right there. On the back, now this does have a metal design. However, it does look kind of plain and everything, but at least it's metal back, and it does feel nice. Your AT&T logo there, your rear camera, and your flash. On the right side here is your power and volume rocker. On the bottom is what looks like a dual stereo or dual speaker setup, but however, one is a microphone and one is your speaker, and your micro USB charging port there. And on top is your headset jack and secondary mic. Let's go ahead here and pull off this screen protector, or this front cover here. And of course your front facing camera is right there. So let's go ahead and give this phone its first boot up. Like I said, this phone feels really good in the hand. It feels kind of slim. I mean, it feels slimmer than a lot of phones. It's not very heavy, and the phone just looks really nice with that 2.5D glass and that metal back and all. It has a really nice look and feel to it, and I'm really anxious to see how this phone is going to perform. So I'll go ahead right now, get it all set up, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, everyone, so we're all set up now and ready to go. Now, powering the phone on, we do have a 720p display, and the display looks pretty good on this device. The phone does seem to run pretty smooth. However, once you add all your apps and stuff like that on the phone, then you really know how the phone's going to work. But this phone does have the 1.4 gigahertz Snapdragon quad-core 435 with an Adreno 505 GPU. This has 2 gigabytes of RAM as well as 16 gigabytes of onboard storage. Now we'll look here in the app drawer, and it does have some bloatware installed, Amazon shopping, all the AT&T stuff that comes along with these prepaid AT&T phones. Got Big Farm there, Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and go into the settings here. And I like the way that the settings here is set up on this device. It looks really nice and looks really clean the way they got it designed. Now you have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, all that kind of stuff. This phone does not have NFC, nothing like that. No fingerprint sensor, nothing like that. You got a home screen style. You can choose whatever you want. Standard, show all apps on the home screen, or you can choose the drawer with apps, show all apps on drawer screen. So you got a choice there. Display. You have wallpaper, font size, text style, screensaver. You got eye comfort, brightness, color temperature, and sleep, stuff like that. Of course, you got your sounds, notification, navigation key. You can switch around however you want to switch around. Back on the left, back on the right, and also the drop down as well, however you prefer it to be. Now you got screen lock and passwords. You have, of course, your smart assistants. Your apps, permissions, you have your memory and storage. Now it looks like this phone's only got around 7 gigabytes free out of 16, and the system takes 6.83 gigs out of the box. To me, that's a little ridiculous. That's just my personal opinion. You do have system storage cleaner down here, and of course you can add an SD card, which is really nice. But I think that right at 7 gigabytes free, that's kind of a shame, my personal opinion. Now, of course, we got your battery here as well, and it has all these power saving modes: ultra power saving, lock screen cleanup, power intensive apps, low resolution power saving. It'll lower the screen resolution as required to help to save power. Pretty cool there. Consumption level, optimize, and remaining battery percentage, on or off, which is already on up there. So if you turn that off, of course, the battery icon goes away. So we'll back out of here. Now we'll go down here to About Phone. This phone does run EMUI 5.1, so hopefully it'll be a step up from the EMUI 4.1. And this here also runs Android 7.0 Nougat. Now backing out of here, going back home. Look at the drop down here, and the drop down looks a little bit different. It's got this really nice blue look to it. You drop it down again, and there's some other stuff. So not your typical 7.0 drop down. So got your typical stuff there: your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Huawei Share, flashlight, location information, screenshot, stuff like that, and of course your brightness right there. And you can also edit it, to your liking. Now let's go into the camera here for a minute, and we'll see what kind of camera settings we have here. You got swipe left to bring up the settings, and swipe right and all that kind of stuff. You got GPS tag, so we'll do that later on maybe. Now we'll swipe this way, and you got all this stuff. You got photo mode, pro photo, video, pro video mode, HDR, panorama, time lapse, slow motion, filter, watermark, audio note, and document scan. Down here says more, and that right there just shows that what's installed on it already. So we'll back out of here again. We'll go this way and look at what we got going on here. It has a 12 megapixel camera, 9 megapixel 16 by 9, 9 megapixel 1 by 1, 8 and a 6 megapixel. It has assistive grid, GPS tag, mute, timer, audio controls, touch to capture, capture smiles, touch and hold shutter icon, volume button function, ultra snapshot, image adjustment, stuff like that. So pretty cool stuff there. Let's go into the video mode now, and we will go up here to, we'll swipe this way, and we can record in full 1080, 720p, VGA 480, QVGA 240, and MMS 144. So we'll go ahead here and turn this camera around to the front. And the front facing camera here in this light setting looks pretty good. We'll have to just wait and see how the camera actually does. I will take some pictures and videos with this device. So let's go ahead and look at the settings over here. This does have an 8 megapixel camera in the front, 16 by 9, 6 1 by 1, and VGA 640 by 480. And of course, you got all this other stuff as well: GPS tag, perfect selfie, mirror reflection. But it's got a bunch of stuff and it's got a whole lot of settings: panorama, video, time lapse, filter, watermark, audio note, stuff like that for the front facing camera. So a lot of settings here on this camera, on this device. Now we're going to go into the dialer, and there is the dialer there, as you see. Pretty nice looking dialer. It has your call function there, as well as phone does offer video calling as well. Let's go into messaging, and we'll type up a message here. And now there is your keyboard that it comes installed with. Hit 1 2 3. This little button here goes to your emojis, and so there they all are. They got the old style emojis, it looks like. Not really sure why they're still using these old emojis, but they're there, and they got plenty of them. So anyway, that's just my first look and unboxing here of the Huawei Ascend X-T2. Now this phone costs around $119.99 at Walmart. Is it really worth that price? I really don't know. We'll have to test it out. If this was helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions or comments you may have, leave it down below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.